Hello everybody, Melanie Dean here. Welcome to this winter-summer solstice intention setting workshop. So we're going to go through a series of questions that you get to explore, journal about. You can obviously pause this video at any time and work deeper on any particular question. You can even come back to it later. What I would say is don't try and take too long in each question. Sometimes that first thing that comes to you is actually the answer or the reason or the feeling towards the question. So I would just say go with it. Like, don't dwell on this too much. These questions are something that I go through every 3 months, every quarter. So summer solstice to equinox, equinox to solstice, solstice to equinox. Because what I found was that I used to do sort of intention setting and goal setting at the beginning of the year, and I would just forget what I actually decided to do. And I don't know about you, but for me, things changed. My desires change and grow. And when I experience contrast, when I'm experiencing things that maybe I don't want, that's giving me more clarity on what I do want. So it's actually really important for me anyway to keep coming back to this workshop, to these questions, and exploring the answers. And also you can do these questions to different aspects of your life, whether it's career or job, relationship, work, any relationships. There's so much that there's so many different areas of your life that you can use these questions for. So let's just begin by we'll just do like a quick meditation just to get present to this. So I would say, like, if you're doing this, carve out the time to do this with no interruptions. You've got the whole time to do it. So just sit nice and straight and close your eyes. Unfold your hands and arms, and you can relax your hands into your lap. And if you want to feel like you're grounding down the energy, you can have your palms facing down. If you want to feel like you need to uplift the energy, you can have your palms facing up. And if it feels good for you, you can bring your thumb and your first finger together. So close your eyes and bring your eye gaze upwards and inwards to the third eye, activating the pineal gland. And just relax the shoulders, relax the face, the eyebrows, and take a deep inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And just relax the breath. So let go of thinking about the breath. Just relax. And just remind yourself that there's nothing else that needs your attention right now. The things that happened have happened. The things that may happen have not yet happened. And the only place, the only thing that is real is this moment. Any thoughts that come to the mind, just let them go, just release them. No story, no judgment. And let's just say a little prayer, whether it's to your heart to source, to universe, to God. Doesn't matter what we call it or how we relate to that energy. We're just acknowledging that energy. The energy that doesn't necessarily exist in the 3D world, the world where we can see, and the world that's transactional and materialistic. It's another realm, another energy. And so we just say a prayer to say that, to guide us in this time together, guide us in our thoughts, in our feelings, in our openness. Guide us from the heart, from the vision, from our identity. Guide us with our truth and our purity of love. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly open your eyes. Okay, let's begin with the questions. So yeah, like I said, you might want to have like a little idea of what it is that you want to focus on. I think that's really good to have one thing to focus on, maybe business or career or something that you want to create. I think it's something that you want to create works really well. So question 1, what did you accomplish in the first half of this year? So these first few questions are about reflecting about what we've done, what we've created. So question 1, what did you accomplish in the first half of this year? And this can be about everything and anything, like small, big, huge. Sometimes recognizing the little things that we've done, maybe didn't realize that we were actually quite big. Okay, the next question is, what were your biggest disappointments in the first half of this year? So we want to look at the whole year, the whole 6 months, should I say, the negative, the good, bad, and the ugly. Let's just open it up. Okay, and then the next question is, what have you lost in the last 12 months? So this I feel is an extra question that needed to be added in because of what everyone's been through in these last 12 months. So what have you lost or what did you lose in the last 12 months? It could be something physical, emotional. We don't have to just look at the 3D realm. We want to be looking at everything in a holistic way, really. So what did you lose in the last 12 months? And the next question relates to this. If anything, what are you grieving from the last 12 months? So if anything, what are you grieving from the last 12 months? So the way we do business, the way we communicate with people, lots of different things have changed. So what, if anything, are you grieving? So next question is, what have you learned? What did you learn in the last 6 months? Or if you want to take it 12, you can. But in particular, beginning of the last 6 months, what did you learn? And the next question that links to this is, how are you using what you have learned in the last 6 to 12 months to impact the next 6 months? So how are you using, or how are you going to use what you have learned in the last 6 to 12 months, so what you've just written down, that will then impact the next 6 months? So we're really bringing in this awareness to what we're doing and what we're creating, so we can learn from what we do, and then we can make better choices or different choices to progress and to move forward. Okay, the next question is, what is working right now? So what are you doing that is working? So whether it's bringing in like wonderful emotions and feelings, whether it's actually working in the physical realm, it's creating for you. What is it that you're doing right now that is working? And then the next question is, what is not working right now? So what are you doing right now that's not working? We all know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different to happen. So let's acknowledge that. Let's acknowledge anything that we might be doing that's not really working. I lost my questions. Oh, there. Okay, the next question is, what are your top 3 goals for the next, you can either do 3 months or 6 months, it's up to you. I think 3 months is a really good thing to do. So what are your top 3, or you can do both actually, you can do 3 months and 6 months. What are your top 3 goals for the next 3 months or the next 6 months? So yeah. So you can even write down today's date. I think that's always good to do. So whenever you're listening to this, and then do 3 months after. Sometimes I think we all think a year is like 100 months long, like I do. I always like surprised that the year's over. And it's because I think there's like so much time in a year, but I don't know whether it's as I get older, there's less time in a year. I'm not sure what that is, but okay. And this is a really good question to ask. What could potentially get in the way of you achieving those desired goals? So let me know, we're just being really honest here. What potentially could get in your way of that? And then I'm just going to put in this extra question I've not got written down, but do you believe that those 3 goals that you've written down are possible? Because ultimately that's how we create, that's how we manifest, is we believe in what we're putting out there. We don't have to know like the how, we don't have to know how it's going to work, but if we know that it can, then we've already increased our chances. And if the answer is no, you don't believe it's possible, then you've got you've kind of got two choices. You either change the goal, so you lower the goal, or you have to put in actions. So we'll come to that in a moment. You have to put in actions that raises your belief, raises your energetic frequency to match that goal, so then it can come in. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So the next question is, how do you feel when you don't achieve the results you desire? How does it make you feel? And what do you do? This is the next question. What do you do when you don't achieve the results you want? Again, when we can identify patterns, because really, well and truly, as humans, we're just these mega habitual people. And so when we can identify something that we do, like a habit that we do, if we can identify it, we can bring in awareness. And when we brought in awareness, then we can make shifts, we can make some changes. Okay, the next question is, what support do you need to create those desires, if any? What support, if any, do you need to create those desires? Now, this could come in the shape of friends, family, business partners. It could be a coach. You might want to decide to get a coach. It might be that you need support from some online courses, or whatever it might be. It might be all of those things. It might be something completely different. But what support do you need to realize those goals? And then I just want to bring this in, because this is really, I believe, is really important, and I'm sure you guys do too. But what are your 3 non-negotiables in terms of your well-being? So your mind, body, soul, like your holistic well-being. So whether it's the nutrition, whether it's daily routine, whether it's morning routine, whether it's exercise, workout classes, capping how much time you spend on social media. Again, it's going to be different for everyone. So you decide what are your 3 non-negotiables in terms of your holistic health and well-being. So that's everything. Okay, next question is, what is your big vision for the next 3 months? Again, you can do 6 months if you want, or you could even do a year, I guess, if you want. You could do all of those things. But what is your big vision? I like these kind of questions. They're good, aren't they? Okay, the next question is, do your 3 goals that you wrote down earlier, do your 3 goals align with that vision? Do your 3 goals align with that vision? And obviously you can do some tweaking as well if they don't. The next question is, which is your most courageous goal and why will it take courage? And I found with a lot of people that I've worked with and coached, a lot of this has to do with faith. Ultimately, you know, the top line is all the sort of 3D things, you know, maybe it's finances, maybe it's time, maybe it's like all these different things, belief in self, belief in worth. But actually, ultimately, it comes down to faith. That's what I've experienced. Obviously, you come to the conclusion for yourself. So now, just pop down your pen and paper. I just want you to close your eyes and take a deep inhale and exhale. And I want you to think of that vision and start seeing that desire coming into reality. And I want you to take your energy to your mind. What does your mind tell you about that creation? And then I want you to bring the energy, the attention of the energy into the gut. What does the gut tell you about that creation? And then I want you to bring the attention to the heart. What does your heart tell you about that creation? And then slowly open your eyes and obviously feel free to write that down. Okay, next question is, what are the bravest, most vulnerable actions you will need to take to move towards your big vision? Okay, next question is, brainstorm 10 actions that you will need to take to move towards your vision. So just throw it all down. And make sure the things that excite you, you know, like make sure the things that you want to do. Because this is ultimately, you know, we want to create something for us that we want to do, that we desire. And so make sure those actions are aligned with you and your beliefs, not someone else's beliefs, not society's belief, but what feels right and good for you. So the next part is, and if I haven't given you time, obviously feel free to pause the video. But the next question is, what are the 3 first actions you need to take? So of all those actions, what are the first 3 that you need to do? Okay, then considering everything you've written down, can you, and again, this might be something you want to like pause the video on, but can you start looking at the 3-month picture of all of this? So you know what you want to create at the end, or you know, as the 3 months go on. Is there like a weekly plan or a monthly game plan that you can create and put in place so you know that after 3 months you're going to be hitting that? Also, are there some affirmations? So this is what I said earlier. Like if you're not quite energetically aligning with what you want to create, whether it's self-worth, belief, faith, then the work needs to be done, right? We need to make sure that we're doing the work, the affirmations, the visualization, the connecting to energy, to that higher power, and really being intentional with that. So we need to create time for that and not just think, oh, it'll be fine, I'll forget about it. Because like I say, you know, if we keep doing the same thing, we're going to keep getting the same results. So if we're wanting something to change, wanting to create some shifts and create our desires, then we need to bring in a shift in our energy. So make sure that what your goals are and your desire, your actions towards a goal is in alignment, and it feels available. Because like I say, if it doesn't, you have to either lower the goal or you have to heighten the energy, the vibration, and do the work. And you know, don't be afraid to do the work. Like you're all obviously completely capable of doing that. Like you wouldn't have had the desire if you weren't capable of creating that desire. And then the kind of last question is, how will you celebrate your achievements? So it's 3 months from now, and you've done what you said you were going to do. You created that thing or that business, or you had a shift in relationship or in a job, and you did it. You totally did it. Like, how will you celebrate? What are you going to do? Write that down. Make a plan. Okay. And so just to sort of wrap up, really, we'll do like a little meditation, but just a reminder, you know, when we want to manifest and we want to create, the biggest reason why people don't is either like patience, maybe they're not patient. 2, they're thinking about maybe what's happened in the past, rather than looking at what can happen and what can shift and change. And then obviously that belief and that faith that everything and anything is possible, because truly everything and anything is possible. Everything and anything is possible. But we do maybe have to shift in our core beliefs, in our paradigms, because a belief, if we keep thinking something over and over again, it becomes like a fact for us, and it's not a fact. It's just something that maybe either someone or we've told ourselves enough times that now we believe in it, and it becomes a belief, and then it becomes like a fact. But truly, it's not. And that's when we want significant changes and things to really move and shift in our life. That's the key point. That's what we have to bring awareness to. And so bringing in awareness to our lives, to our day as well, that's really, really important too. So if you want to work with me one-to-one, I now have slots available for you to do that. If you want to, check out the website, have a look. I particularly work really well with people who are either looking to create a business or they would like to do something, they're not sure what, or they have got a business. Even I work really well with people who've got really successful businesses as well that need help, or they want to bring in some more sort of feminine and spiritual energy into taking their business to another level. So have a look at that. I'm also, I don't know when you're listening to this, so this might be a bit out of date, this message, but I am launching the whole Radiant Living Hub in September, and that is going to be a feast of online courses, which online courses sounds a bit, does that sound a bit boring? I maybe need to think of a better way of saying that. But I mean, I love online courses. I love sitting in my home, like getting all my cozied in, getting my cup of tea, getting my notebook, my fresh new journal, and learning. I love learning. So that to me is like sexy. Maybe I need to think of a sexier way to say it. But anyway, I'm really, really excited about that. The 3 main courses are the Magical Mornings with Mel. Yay! So you spend 3 mornings with me. Then the second course is called Divine Feminine Leadership, and this touches on abundance, it touches on magnetizing, it touches on that on leadership, from that feminine energy and that trust and faith. And that's a 3-week course, so three classes a week for 3 weeks. And then my big one is a 6-week course, and that's around magnetizing miracles. So that's really about manifesting, and I'm really excited about that one the most, I think, because this is like, you're going to have something that you really want to create. You're going to come into that course, and you're doing 6 weeks, and you're going to be learning, and every time I update the courses, you'll get all the updates as well. But you're going to be learning about like how to magnetize, and then not just the how, but the actual doing, the actual being of magnetizing your desires. So like I said, a lot of reason why people maybe don't create what they want is because they don't have intention or attention to it, or they're not feeling the energy of creating. So what this course does is, like, you'll have 1 class each week, and it just brings attention and intention to that desire. It brings awareness. It brings awareness of thoughts that aren't serving you, that you didn't even realize that you were having. So that's going to be really, really good. So yeah, look out for everything, and make sure that you're signed up for the newsletter if you're not already, and you can check everything out at melaniejdeen.com, and feel free to tag me. Love to get your thoughts on how you've enjoyed this workshop. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I wish you all the freaking joy, love, happiness, desires, everything that you could want. I wish it all for you. Yay. Thanks so much, everybody. Oh no, let's finish with a quick meditation. Okay, sorry about that. So we've created our desires. We know what we want to create in the next 3 to 6 months. We've got a game plan. We're gonna now just surrender that. The universe knows what we want. We've got our belief up by creating a bit of a game plan. That's why we do that, because it brings in our belief. Because as humans, we do want to know, but how? It's giving us a bit of a guidance. But now we're going to just release it. We're just going to let it go. We're going to have awareness of our thoughts around it. We're going to make sure our thoughts are positive and serving. But other than that, we're just going to let it go. So close your eyes and take a deep inhale. Exhale. Relax the shoulders, the eyes, the face. If you want to move the body, feel free to do so. And then come to stillness. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Relax the mind, relax the breath. And let's just remind ourselves that nothing is missing, nothing is broken. We are whole. We are complete. We have so much in our lives to be grateful for. We ask for guidance in our gratitude. We ask to be remembered to feel gratitude. We know that we can't be in a place of lack and still create. So while we spent the time creating our desires and connecting with those desires, we surrender those desires to you, to the energy, the universal energy that we are a part of, that supports us, that guides us. We surrender to the energy. And we trust that our only role is to be in a place of love and gratitude. Whether it's the simple things we can take for granted, the beautiful colours of a flower, the gorgeous laughter of children, the wholesome food that we get to eat daily. We stay in gratitude. Nothing is missing, nothing is broken, nothing is incomplete. We are whole. We already have everything our heart desires right now. It is human for us to want to elevate ourselves, our life. And so we trust that that's part of our learning and our growing, to have more desires come to us. But they are just that, a desire that we know will come to us. Connect to this energy of having and giving and receiving and letting go. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Big loves. Bye.